Good morning everyone, welcome to Ciudad Quesada, to our place in the sun, although it's not really sunny because it's early morning.
It is sunny.
It's a bit chilly, that's why
we've got jumpers on.
That's and cardigans on.
That's what you mean, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
We're just going on for some bread. Oh, Kath, we meant to say, look at this is gorgeous. She was supposed to tell you, it's not really Ciudad Quesada.
It's Pueblo Bravo.
Pueblo Bravo.
The urbanisation.
Yeah. And it's very, very nice.
Yeah, it is, it's lovely.
Anyway, this is really just an introduction to the channel to tell you who we are, why we're doing what we're doing, and what we're doing. So we'll just have a little chinwag, and I'll drop in some relevant clips from France, from Canada, and from Spain as we walk along. Well, not as we walk along, we're going to go and sit down later on and carry on chatting.
Yeah.
So it's just beautiful this morning.
Lovely.
We came down this winter, in case you didn't realise, we crossed the Baltic. No, not the Baltic. We crossed the
Bay of Biscay.
The Bay of Biscay. I think I mentioned it 28 times. And do you know what? It was calm and it was warm. I think I mentioned that 28 times as well. Or more. So this is, if you look over there, right in the distance over there, oh, that looks like I'm looking over there, doesn't it? It looks like I'm looking over someone's property then. We're near the two salt lakes in the Torrevieja area. I'll get the drone out later and show you over there. And if I do, I'll put the clip on now. Anyway, Kath, what about your background?
My background, I worked in travel agency. I've also worked in supermarkets.
But you're mainly travel agency, last few years
travel agency. And then after that we've counted up, we've done 10 years as campsite wardens, haven't we?
Yeah, I've done all sorts, but the longest term job was truck driving, lorry driving. So I was lorry driving in the UK, a little bit elsewhere, and we went off to Canada in 2008 to drive there. Driving this truck, I'll show you this truck. Both of us in there. I was driving, Kath was making cups of tea. She was the travel attendant, the flight crew. So Kath were doing all that, and I were doing the driving. We'll tell you more about that if you're interested another time. But anyway, we came back from Canada on the birth of a grandchild, basically. And then we went off to work. Oh, Kath found some job. I was fed up driving in England, but Kath found. She says, "What about these jobs here? Let's just cross over, go on that side of the road." Kath said, "What about this job? Campsite wardens in France." And we're not really any experience, had we, Kath?
No.
But we try anything in life once. We'd already we cleared off to Canada, which was a big change for us from normal jobs, normal work. So we got in touch with the people who were advertising in a beautiful part of the Loire Valley in France, which we'd never been to apply for the job which we'd never considered, in a country which had a foreign language to us.
What were you saying?
What?
What was you saying?
Oh ben, non mais je disais que la petite Marie-Antoinette, elle était plus là, parce qu'en fait on lui a coupé la tête, et dis donc on a pris la tête, on l'a fait coupe, et puis elle était plus là la Marie-Antoinette, bah non, on l'a coupée en deux la pauvre, bah dis donc.
So it was all new. And what happened, Kath?
What happened? We got the job. in Chinon-sur, in the Loire Valley. Beautiful. Over to you.
No, I'm not. You've got to do a lot of talking, Kath, because I can talk for England when I get going,
Yeah,
but
exactly. You
it's
can
about
talk for
both of
England.
us, so Kath needs to talk as well.
Yeah, but I'm not like you.
Right, well, so France, yeah, we went to work for the Scarrett family on a caravan site in France. Very interesting. and we loved it. Hard work, 6 days a week.
It was hard work.
But
yeah.
the place and the job and all the lovely people we met some fantastic people over there. Not just English, all nationalities. And we really loved the lifestyle. The Scarrett family, John and Sarah and the kids. John and Sarah provided a little caravan the first season, and then we went back. We did 4 seasons altogether in France.
Yeah, we did.
And after the second time, on the second time down, we bought a little caravan of our own. And then we fast forwarded. We came back to England. We couldn't earn enough in winter. Sorry, we couldn't earn enough in summer
To keep us over
winter in England. And we did like the job, so we wanted to carry on doing that kind of work. But in winter I'd come home and I'd go back and do lorry driving. Did you work when we came back? You used to go back to a travel agent a couple of times, didn't you?
I went back a couple of times, yeah.
So Kath did travel agency work. I'd come back and drive lorries, which I didn't particularly like, not in winter anyway. And then we did that on and off for 4 seasons. Summer in France, winter in the UK. Then what, Kath?
I was trying to think. Then we came back to the UK.
Oh yeah, then we came back to the UK and we got interviews with a couple down in Bedfordshire who were running a campsite. Chris and Irene, who we'd met and worked with in France. And they offered us a job as wardens. We stayed there 6 years.
Yeah.
And then we came up to Yorkshire to work at a campsite in Yorkshire, which is where we are now. And we're going back for the final time next summer, 2024.
Yeah.
And then
we're coming
coming
here.
down here for good, all being well, to retire. Well, I'm saying all being well, but that's what we're doing. We're coming down here. We've got a motorhome. Well, we sold our house in Bradford, which is where we're from, and we bought an apartment. We're at a supermarket now, over here. So we sold our house in Bradford, which allowed us to buy an apartment in Spain and a motorhome. So we're going to use a motorhome in Spain as much as we can. Next year when we go back to Yorkshire to work, we're going to use a motorhome on our days off.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing vlogging in that respect. But why vlogging? Why YouTube? I'll tell you why in a moment. Done our shopping. I did mean to mention earlier the reason we never carried on setting up a YouTube channel for Canada as such. We had the blog going, British Truckers Abroad they called it. Went for a few years, but vlogging wise, the YouTube channel, we just couldn't get the footage, the quality was rubbish, they didn't have video stabilisation. If you look at this video clip here from the windscreen in Canada, particularly in bad weather, look what it looked like, it looked terrible. And the honest truth is, we were too buggered. We're doing long drives every day. By the time you got shut down at the end of the day, you went for a shower and the truck stopped, you're just tired, straight to bed, back up the day after and off again.
Drive and sleep.
So drive and sleep, driving our lives away. We're going to do the YouTube channel, we're going to be driving our lives away. But great times. Well, this is what we came for, a nice bit of sunshine in the morning. We arrived a couple of days ago. Had to clean this area. We've still got all this to clean, we've been going flat out a bit. When you come in the apartment it looks very dull. Straight away we found out that suite's buggered, that one's minging. The fridge, when we came and looked at the apartment, we had a quick look in the fridge and we thought it's not bad, but you can hardly stand a bottle up in it. Oh, well done Kath, she pulled my knob off. You shouldn't tug so hard. Actually, everything looks... Now these look quite nice, these. But they're actually junk. They're old and decrepit. There's no extractor. So it's all seen better days. So, what we aim to do is, we went out and bought a new telly, keep Kath happy. I'm going to build a unit today to use more of this space, and we can increase the storage, because the open face one's not really storage. Then we're going to buy a suite of some kind, chaise lounge type. Fridge freezer's arriving today.
Yeah, this is so tiny. You
I know,
can
I've
hardly
said
get
that.
anything in it.
So fridge freezer's arriving. I'm going to build the unit. The internet man's coming today to give us some fibre broadband, because one of the reasons for slow YouTube uploads was using mobile data taking too long.
We've got all that bedroom to clear out.
And we've got
There.
a bedroom in here, which is chocker with stuff that we brought down in the garage of the motorhome. We came down to the limit. I went to the weighbridge, so as you saw in the other video,
Yeah.
I'm going to fix this roller shutter, which I'll do at some point. I'll do a little video about that, because you think, oh, you get somebody in to do it, but we went in the supermarket and found one of these fittings, £5.99. So I'm going to redo that, and if it's straightforward, I'll redo all the rest of them if they need doing. So there's that one. We have to do a big clean in the bathroom. And there's not much you can do with the bathroom. It is what it is. That looks like a lucky stain on this. It is what it is. It's a basic shower, glass brick curtain, a loo, and as they do in Spain a lot, washing machine, which is a very small one. It's only it's not 600, which they normally are. That's only about 250, 300. And then our bedroom is not so bad.
Quite bright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite bright. It's not big.
That needs doing.
Big
as
enough
well.
for us. Love. But we've got to do some things with this. That's your lot for now. We'll keep you informed, so we're going to show you how we go on. I don't think we're going to be doing this, the kitchen, this year. We're going to do it next year probably. Just rip it out and put some all new in, which is not expensive. The carcasses and the doors are quite reasonable. But as with the other things, the fridge, freezer, TV, the couch, we'll put those down on the expenses sheet on the spreadsheet. Good afternoon, and it is afternoon now because we were filming in the morning yesterday, and then we got otherwise engaged. I'm going to do a spreadsheet of all the costs. So if you're a holiday maker coming down to this area, the rough living costs if you were self-catering, and you just have to add your rent for the apartment to those costs as well. They'll be on a spreadsheet. But this time so far we've spent over £4,000. But there's a reason. The reason is we had to buy new things for the apartment. We knew we'd have to buy some new things.
Got to buy furniture and
yeah, so we're buying those now.
Things.
So it's not too much pain next year when we come across with really very little income. And a television. What else do we have? Big ticket stuff.
Fridge, freezer, TV.
Oh, we've
and a
sofa.
A big
There are
sofa.
There are two two-seater sofas you saw in the video earlier on in the apartment, but they're falling to bits.
Yeah, they're horrible.
So we have to get rid of
Not
those.
comfy, are they?
No, they're not comfortable
Not
at all.
comfy at all.
So we've got a suite coming next week.
It's
A
quite
chaise
nice, isn't it?
lounge. It's lovely. What are you on about? Quite nice. I said to Kath, we'll just go across to our little park across from our
I
apartment.
said no, it's going to be cold.
Too cold.
Got my cardigan and now the sun's blazing.
So it's not. It's beautiful. It's really warm down here. So we'll do show the fuel costs coming down, which we spent too much coming down because instead of getting off the motorway, we just went into motorway services just for convenience. So we're paying about 160, and then when we got down to Quesada, this is for diesel, 160 a litre. When we got to Quesada, it's 138.9 is the cheapest we've seen.
Yeah.
So we
Massive
overspent on
difference.
fuel coming down, but we also...
What we normally do when we come down is bring a cooler box and we'll buy some things.
This is only in a small car normally as well.
From the supermarket, and then we'll take them like sandwiches and bits and bobs and take them on board the ferry with us. And this time we didn't, and my God, we knew about it, didn't we?
We got a couple of meals which you saw on the video, the earlier video,
It were about...
which we wouldn't normally, we'd just have
That
sandwiches.
cost us about €100 altogether being on that ferry.
Well, it'll show on the spreadsheet, it'll show. So the first month, which is really only the first week, on the spreadsheet, which is over, I think it's over £4,000 now, that includes if you knock the ferry off, the ferry cost.
And not the furniture and things
Knock the
off.
furniture off, knock the travel insurance off, knock the SUMA or the community charge off, which you wouldn't pay if you were a holiday maker. We can bring it right down. So we'll
have to look at that.
I'll show you what it is with just, I haven't got my laptop here, I'll show you what it is with just the food and the drink. We've only been out twice as well to pubs.
We've not been out much at all.
No, we just had a few drinks the day we came, and then we had a couple of drinks last night. We've been out for food at restaurants, which we're on holiday for them. At the moment we're on holiday. When we're here permanently, I should think it'll be like you do when you're working at home. You just have a treat once a week maybe, or a couple of times a week. I don't want to do too much cooking because I've got to redo the kitchen. That's going to be next year. It needs an extractor fan installing so I don't stink the place out. So that'll be next year. I might do that extractor fan this year.
Yeah.
But then I've got to build around it. We'll see anyway. But I will show you all the costs. We're still new to blogging, obviously. There's quite a few people doing it, and we watch quite a few, so we might pick some tips up off them. But we did do it, as we're saying about, started doing it in Canada, but we couldn't get the quality right. So we were doing it years ago.
We're loading hay in Alberta, Canada, to take down to Lubbock in Texas.
On the right, and now we're going to do it again. So every video we watch, they're begging at the end. They're almost begging you to subscribe.
Go on, beg then, beg.
I'm not begging. Don't make me beg, Kath. Don't make, please. You can please yourselves, but the reason people want you to subscribe and to like the videos is because it helps. It helps you along in YouTube. Otherwise, you just disappear. Nobody sees you, and hopefully we can bring benefit to somebody. We can show you mainly about the costs and everything, but we are going to go out in the motorhome, which was provided by Mario, dealt with us at Northern Motorhome by near Skipton. So I did say I'd shout out to Mario and I forgot, and it was his birthday the other day, so happy birthday belatedly.
Happy birthday.
So the motorhome we bought from them, we're going to go out and about up and down the coast, and we will take the camera and fill you in. So we hope you find it a little bit entertaining. Any suggestions, feel free to comment. Any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. Tell your mates, share the videos, and hopefully we can
get better as we go along. Eh?
Yeah, and we'll enjoy the journey together. Ciao for now.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, I was going to do some drone footage, but it's miles too windy.
You don't need.
And we'll show you the restaurants and the where did we go today, Kath?
Fish
Went
and
to
chips.
fish and chip shop.
We did
There's a fish and chip shop in Quesada, so I'll show you what they look like.
Nice.
And we'll go there again because they're really nice. And I know within Spain we should be eating Spanish food. We will. We'll eat tapas and we'll go into Spanish restaurants.
Yeah, we will, yeah.
But we did enjoy the haddock and chips, as you can see. There we go, Quesada fish and chips. And we're parked right down the bottom down there. I know we're in Spain, but you've got to try fish and chips. And we have been before years ago. I'll show you what they look like anyway. And there's everything else on here. Yorkshire linen, Quesada bowling. The fish and chip place over there has got snooker and billiards tables as well. I think it's about half a dozen or more billiards tables in a separate room. The place is massive inside. Yes, I know we're in Spain, but today we're having fish and chips. We're going to have the haddock and chip special. And I'll show you what it's like when it gets here. You happy, Catherine? There we go. Best fish and chips. There's my fish and chips. That's quite a big fish and chips, is that? Nice cup of tea. And some bread and butter. I'll tell you what they're like in a minute. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't do fish and chip reviews, but that is gorgeous. Melt in your mouth, it tastes beautiful. We haven't been before a couple of years ago, we'll be back again.